Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeyemi Ogunaike, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can sum an array in C programming. The first thing is that we're going to write our function. So this is how they write the function in C. You write the data type, you write the name of the function, and you have things stored in the parameter, and you open up your block of code, which is this curly braces. So let me just explain this right here. So this is the function. So this array is like the things, the items, the items. Let's assume that I bought tomato, I bought pepper, I bought all of these things. So they are being stored in this array. They are being stored inside this guy, inside this container, and they are of type int, right? They are of type int. So that's about that one. Then the second thing that is inside this parameter is the size. So let's assume I bought things in the market. I bought maybe 5 tomatoes and I bought 3 peppers, that kind of a thing. The size of my basket is 8, right? The size of my basket is 8. That's 5 peppers plus 3 tomatoes. That's 8 altogether, and they are of type int. Int is integer, so I'm not those things are actually string. Those fruits I mentioned is string, but I'm just using real life scenario to explain what I'm saying. So it's actually integer. So the next thing that we'll do here now is that we'll initialize total to 0. So because I mean I don't know what I bought is 8. I mean let's just assume I bought so many things. Let's just assume I bought so many things. I bought biscuits, I bought fruits, I bought vegetables, I bought cereals. I can't count them all. I mean, if I should sum everything up together, I bought 5 things, I bought 3 things there, I bought 8 things here, I bought 9 things there. I can't sum everything. So instead, I just make everything and I just say, okay, well, let's just start everything from the ground level. The total is 0. So that's what I did here. And then in C, I have to loop through the array. That's like the next thing I do. I loop through the array. So this is how they loop through the array in C programming. So the first thing that you loop through, the first thing that you write, you say int I equals to 0. So we're starting from 0. So we want to so this is the initialization phase. This is the starting phase. And when the starting phase, this is like the first item I bought rather. This is like the first item I bought. And if I scroll down now, this one is 1. So let's just assume that this one is pepper. Let's just assume I bought one pepper, or I bought one Bible, I bought one um toothpick or one book, or so to speak. So that first item you bought in the grocery store is the starting point. That's why I wrote int I equals to 0. Now end the semicolon because it's a statement. You're ending the statement with semicolon. Then if I is less than the size, so I is like saying if, as far as 0 is less than the total number of things that I bought. The total number of things that I bought is actually 3. So as far as this condition is true, because 0 is less than 3, then let it keep incrementing. So this let it keep incrementing I plus plus is when it loops through the container, it loops through the first item, then it moves into the second item, it increments, then it loops through the third item, increments again. So it keeps moving on and on and on. So I'll come back to this guy. I'll explain this guy very shortly. So just be with me. The next thing is I'll create a main function. This main function is like the driver's class. This is what we call driver's class. This main function. So all right, int array container equals to the values, the actual things that I really bought. So let's just assume I bought 1, I bought 20, I bought 7. So they are being stored in this array and they are of type int. Is of type int. So next thing you do is that you now calculate the size. So in JavaScript we don't need calculating this length, but in C I have to calculate the length. So you write int size equals to size of array. So this array is this guy. It could be anything. I could write it in a different I could write it in a different word. I just put array slash size of array at index 0 close bracket. So this is how to know the length of the the length of an array in C. Yeah, so if I want to see that I bought 3 items, yeah, so that's how you know the length in C. So the next thing is that I'll now call the function. So I created a variable sum array equals to sum array, sum in brackets array comma size. So I'm calling this function. So this is the function I'm calling. This guy, I'm calling this function. You can see that it's very identical, right? So I'm calling this function. So this array is this guy. So these are the things that are inside here. You have 127. So I'm calling this guy. I'm calling this guy here. Then this size, I'm also calling it's still from this main guy here. So I'm calling this size. So everything is going to sum up because for me to sum up the array, I need the array itself, I need the container, and I need the length. How many things did I buy? I bought 5 things. In my case, I bought 3 things. Get so, and they have type int. That's why I put int integer. So I printed the array, and that's how. So to explain this guy very well now is total equals to total plus array at index I. So this total here is 0. So you can see I initialized total to 0 initially before. That's why you can see int total equals to 0. So it's saying like 0 plus array at index I. Array at index I at first glance is 0. So it's this guy at index 0. So I'm saying 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1. So this is let me explain this. This is 127. This 1 is at index 0. This 20 is at index 1. This 7 is at index 2. So I am saying 0 plus array at index I. Array at index I is 1. So 0 plus 1. So I store 1. 1 is being stored here. So what is the total now? 1 is the total. So I'm not like 1 plus array at index I again. So it's going to increment. So it will move to the next number. So array at index I again is what? 20. It increments 20. So it'll now be like 1 plus 20. That's 21. It's being stored here. It's being stored here, 21. So this 21 now plus array at index I to increment again. What's the following number? 7. That's 21 plus 7, which is 28. So that's simply how we loop through the items we bought. We loop through these items. We loop through these items we bought in our container. So I now did this printf. I did a printf statement. So the sum of so far. So let me run the code so you see what I'm talking about. So the sum so far is 1, exactly what I said. 0 plus 1. That's this array at index I is the first number. This first number, which is 1. Then it increments again. So that's 1 plus 20, which is 21. It increments again, 21 plus 7, which is 28. So that's simply how to then I call this variable that are being stored, that this variable is stored. So this function here is stored inside this variable. So I was able to call this variable in my printf statement. This is the output statement, right? This is the output statement. The sum of the array is %d. %d is integer. %d is integer. Sum of the array is %d, comma, I call the variable. So I'm not just calling any variable. The reason I'm calling this variable is because this function that I called, right, is going to do the work of summing the array. So I store them inside this variable, and that is how I did return 0, which is to terminate, finish the whole thing. So that's simply how to sum up the array in C. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel so you see more of my videos. If you have other methods in summing up an array, please feel free to share your views, your ideas, your insights in the comment section. I'll be very glad to see it and read it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.